Hello, you all. Welcome to this new edition of Lectio Musica, the place for great lyrics, great music, and great meaning. My name is Guilain Prince. I'm a Franciscan friar from Canada. Love rock music for a long time, especially hard rock, metal, and prog. And in this series, we listen together to one song per week, nothing more. I don't have 75 videos, one per week. But first, I listen and react to the song. Usually it's a song I don't know, like this week. It's the song from Nightwish called Yours is an Empty Hope. It comes from the album Endless Forms, Most Beautiful. First, we listen to a lyric video with the original recording. This one is from 2015. After we listened together and reacted to the original song, I make an analysis of the song. The best I can. It's not perfect, I know. I do that as a leisure, just for fun. So I do that on my Tuesday night or Monday night. I will look at the lyrics very closely, make a small analysis of the song, the lyrics, music, structure of the song, and the meaning of the song. And then I give my honest opinion. Don't expect nothing else from me. I will always give my honest opinion. Whatever is the topic, whatever is the song in itself. I'm familiar with quite, I would say, very hard rock, metal. Of course, with years, I tended to focus more on, I would say, it's not that much the musical aspect, but the meaning of the song. A song that I will keep and go back and listen will be a song with a lot of meaning, as much as well as beautiful. Especially I'm sensitive to melodies, the beauty of the melodies, arrangements, of course, and the quality of the poetry. That's very important as well for me. So you understand that I don't like everything. Yeah, that's true. That's me. So for as long as I can remember, I was listening to a prog band. I was 16, 17, being amazed by these incredible musicians. But I have to tell you that I was laughing quite hard sometimes to the lyrics or the music of some pop songs. Of course, with time, I became more reasonable. That doesn't mean that I don't have very precise and distinct taste in music. I kind of surprise myself sometimes. Okay, so let's dig directly into the reaction to Yours is an Empty Hope lyric video. That would be right here. And let's listen. I don't think I know the song. Really both the words and I think it will be the first time for me to listen to that song. So let's dig into it right now in 3, 2, 1. What an intro. Okay. Uh, it's the first time. Am I mistaken? Is it the first time that there's growling in Nightwish? Certainly not a common device. I love Epica with Mark growling. I love it. I usually find it very. This one seems to me to embody a lot of anger and a charge against someone. A charge as powerful as the one you had in Weak Fantasy. And it's the same general devices, a repetitive melody for both, and nothing melodically stands out in the song. It's the same melody repeated, if I'm not mistaken, 2 times. The third line is different, 2 times the line is different, if I'm not mistaken. And the pre-chorus and the verses, the words change, but the melody, I don't think it changed. The bridge, nothing to be like amazed melodically. The charge is effective. I wonder why you wanted me to react to it. It's I will react, of course, to the lyrics. I don't know if you consider this song to be among the very best of Nightwish. I'm surprised. I'm surprised that you think so. That's only an honest opinion and first reaction to the song. So let's dig now into the lyrics. Here we're back again, guys. Let's dig into the lyrics. So we already reacted to the lyric videos. Now we will do a short analysis of the song, and after that, we will watch a live version, the Wembley edition, 2015. So the first verse, here how it goes. Tear me to bits, enjoy the scene. Your screen name verbal vanity, churning the words imbued in filth. Your tongue oily water under my bridge. You have the world, it's all for you. I wish you'd find the loss in you. Grateful for the pain, it proves we're alive. Can you feel it? Tear me to bits, of course, it's a play on word. Tear me into little pieces, bits. But bits, of course, digital world as well. Every piece of information will travel through bits encoded, a digital 0 and 1. And so, yep. Enjoy this scene, the fact that you cut the person, so tear me. So the person talking is Nightwish or Thomas, saying, well, go ahead, tear me to bits. Enjoy the scene. Take pleasure in cutting me into little pieces. Your screen name, verbal vanity. Your avatar, your nickname on the internet, hide you from truth, from true. You will see there's a question of being in relation with others in that song. Churning, the words imbued in filth. I think this is we have so many expressions to say that in French. They are not nicer than that one. It's really in French we say to really churn the filth, chill. nothing positive sometimes in the way we talk about others. Sometimes. Your tongue, oily water. Sometimes we say that an oil coming out of our mouth. In French, we say that. Or creamy words. In this oily water, I think, how would you consider that normally from our mouth comes water, yes, saliva, but now it's oily. What do you think of the interpretation that it could be polluted, rejection from your mouth? Under my bridge, so your water goes under. We don't meet. You are at one level, I am at another one. You have the world. In fact, internet, basically you write something and the world can access to it, access your words in a second. In a way, you give your words to the world. But the singer says, it's all for you. Take it. But I wish you'd find the loss in you. By doing this, you lose something. And I wish you'd find that you're losing something. Grateful for the pain, it proves we're alive. Who's talking now? I think the singer is talking. I'm grateful for the pain. It proves that we are alive. So the words that you say, I'm not sure, even if the song says that it goes under the bridge, in a way it will reach, and it will hurt those you're talking about. And here it's the singer, it's the band. So it will reach, but it will cause pain. But the pain we feel is a sign that we are still alive. But can you feel the pain? Do you feel the pain of hurting others? And we will talk about this, the narcissist. The narcissist will hurt and feel no compassion for those he hurts. It serves only the others, serve only for his own. Inflation, narcissistic perception of himself or herself. For you to think about this. That's good. I can't make you want the truth, so it's up to you. I cannot make you go beyond that world of fantasies and to see the true person that you hurt, or the true person beyond the image. It's all up to you. You're the one to choose. I cannot do anything. I can witness what you do, but I cannot change it. But I have to tell you something. The truth is, yours is an empty hope. The choice you made by doing that in the first verse is empty. There's nothing in there. There's nothing for you on the long run. And sooner or later you'll find out. So he wants you to know right away. Wants us to know immediately that this is empty. You're going nowhere with that. Second verse. Feed me to pigs in your fantasies. Your sea roars bitter elegies. Like Narcissus who bribed the pool, a hollow voice ruin with a roof. Stop. Life is now still all you, all for you. Turn from the hate, turn from the smoke. I see the parchment of your soul. The notes, the song, join your voice. Feed me to pigs. You recognize the beginning of the first verse. Tear me to bites or into bites. And feed me to pigs is I don't know if you know that proverb from the scriptures. You don't send a gold ring to pigs. It means basically be careful with what you feed the pigs, because you can send jewels, you can send beautiful things to people who don't deserve that kind of beautiful things, of beauty. Fantasies here would be, for me, I don't know about you, but that would be the inflation of words and images you can have in talking about an artist you like, in this case, probably Nightwish and Thomas. So you're not dealing with reality here, only your own fantasies. Your sea, that's interesting because we already saw in many songs that the sea is the soul. The sea is the interior life of someone. And from your sea roars bitter elegies, bitter complaints, bitter this and bitter that, and blah, 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 blah. But like Narcissus, all of this is within you. All of this is inside of you because it doesn't connect with reality. And in feeding the pig, you receive an echo of what is in you, Narcissus. And what you receive? An empty voice, a hollow voice, a ruin with a roof. What you write is an echo of what is inside of you. And what is it? A ruin. So when we do that kind of things and behavior, we are a ruin, but with a roof, protected by what? By the nickname, by the avatar, protected by the digital world, something we never do in front of a person, in the presence of that person. So now stop. Life is now. This is not life. Life is now. Still all for you. So you remember earlier it was said, this, well, I take it, I don't want it. But here it says, this world, this life is for you. And this one, I want to be there. Join, because this is where I am. The singer, Nightwish, the composer, they are in this life. And they want you to join the song. Turn from the hate. The hate here is the digital world, or the way we use it. And turn from the smoke being nothing here, in this case, not reality, appearances only. I see the parchment of your soul. Now, this is interesting because the author is saying, I see your soul as a parchment, either waiting to be written on by you, or joining with us so that you can write in real life in the real and deepness of yourself, the soul. And I see what? I see the notes. I see a song. So I see a song of your soul. Interesting. Join your voice. Sing with us. So I can let you have the world. It's all for you. So here it can be at this moment in the song, after the invitation to join life, it could be, I can let you have the world, the real world. Or it could still be, this other world, I leave it for you. I think in the first, it was this world of fantasy, I'll leave it for you. I don't want to be part of it. Here, it could be this real world, it's for you to take. I think that the same words, or close enough words, because they are not the same. They are the same, the two last, this one and the other one, pre-chorus. So this is how I would understand here. Now, yours is an empty hope, you know already that. The bridge, yours is an empty hope. So your world, digital world, is an empty hope. This narcissistic world is an empty hope. And yours is a dying love. Okay. There's no love in there. No love at all. I can let you have the world. Yours is an empty hope. Yours is an empty hope. So, in terms of structure, it's quite straightforward. The instrumental section, I forgot to write it down, but in this song, like in Weak Fantasy, I love the instrumental section of the song. The intro, which will come back a little bit later, the very long and beautiful inter after the bridge, loved it. And the so yeah, I loved the instrumental. Like for Weak Fantasy, the repetitive nature of this song, I would say this like this. In terms of topic, I'm interested by the song, because when I read the lyrics, I was really interested to see how it turned out, how the song would be sung, and what would be the melody of such words. I think it's okay. Like Weak Fantasy, I think it's a repetitive line, and for me, I don't see a progression in the way that the melody is treated. I don't see it becoming more insistent. I don't see variation on the same theme. So for me, melodically, the structure is simple, and the melody is, also simple, I would say, and not particularly. It's not, from what I can see, it's not what Thomas used us to expect. I'm used to expect a little bit better. Like I said many times, from any other band, I would take it as a decent song or pretty good song. But in the Nightwish repertoire, it's not striking to me. It wouldn't be in the first 20 song for me. In terms of lyrics, sometimes evocative, a little bit poetic, but generally speaking, it's quite frank. It's not in your face like Weak Fantasy, but we can understand the song at face value for most of the lyrics. It's a message to those who hear the song Do you feel for others? Do you live? And I think that's a very interesting topic, in fact. Now, a few points of analysis to go a little bit further. The destruction of others in the digital realm by words of filth, fantasies, and the water from the sea. It's the illusion of controlling through the digital world, controlling reality, or to be in control and to send in the digital space things and stir things as events, creating something, the impression that I create something. Bitter elegies, hate and smoke, all of this is this digital world, and sometimes, and it is said that there's something dying in yourself when you do such things. That's interesting from my point of view. Under the protection of a nickname or an avatar, something is, you're losing something of yourself. You gain very little and you lose a lot. So you become a hollow voice, an empty voice. And you are basically, when you do that a lot, not, of course you can do good things with a nickname or an avatar, but when you do such bad things, then you are a ruin, and you create ruins in the digital world that will ultimately hurt. But by being a ruin, you are a ruin with the roof, because you are protected by the digital world. So, like I said, ultimately it hurts those who truly live, but ultimately the water will pass under the bridge. I think this is the expression by which Nightwish is saying we are not on the same. You are going that way, and we are going that way, and usually a river is perpendicular to a bridge, or it doesn't go in the same direction at all. So, will you enter the real world, the world of truth? Life is now. I see the parchment of your soul, the best of yourself, the notes, the song, probably this song. Will you join your voice to this song and enter in real life? So my opinion now of the song. It's a critical opinion on the digital world that keeps us away from real life. On the level of life, those things are ruins with a roof. Okay, humanly speaking, this is really not the best of humanity. I wrote a discreet reproach to medias and fans around Nightwish. When they make of Nightwish the objects of false, what here is written, false fantasies and words of filth. So I say discreet because a listener will not necessarily associate these words with themselves. They will not see that maybe they are the one triggering this kind of content on the internet, or so. And this is part of a big inflation of the ego taking the digital world. And Nightwish and Thomas, they don't want any of this. They don't really be part of this. So they use the social media, they use the internet, but they will not answer, trigger, or feed that kind of stuff. But what they can do is to write a song and to write notes according to them that goes directly into your soul. And they invite you to join the song, being able to say to others, yours is an empty hope. By doing that, you will write on the parchment of your soul. You will enter reality and leave the mirror of your ego, narcissistic mind and self. So this is, for me, it's not a bad song. It's just not a great song. I'm not sure why you wanted me to react to it. Maybe you like it in a show. Maybe I will be able to appreciate it more in a show. But apart from that, yeah, it's not a bad song. But I'm not all that excited about it. Okay, so don't forget, next week will be the last of our journey through Nightwish repertoire. So with the 24 songs we did in the history of Nightwish, there's also the whole album of Human Nature. And this has been such a beautiful, blessed journey. I will talk a little bit more next time. So we're going for the last piece of music called Endless Forms Most Beautiful on the album. Don't forget, there are 8 subtitles. Sometimes YouTube doesn't make them available, and I don't know why, but I hope this week they will be there. I do my job as usual. Don't forget, the premiere will be there, and I will talk to you about who will be the band I will cover after next week. And I think a lot of people will be very happy. Don't forget, you can subscribe, push the little bell right beside, and you will be notified as soon as a new video comes out, only once a week. Don't worry, I don't flood my subscribers, so it will be there. So it is. So let's go and watch immediately the live version of this. So there it is. So I will put, there I am, in 3, 2, 1.
Thank you so much, and welcome to this unique Nightwish show here in a sold-out Wembley Arena. Just so you know, we will film this entire show with you here to immortalize this special moment.
Oh.
So let this
first song of the show
we shall never forget. Okay!
Growls? I didn't know that. That was well done.
Yeah!
La sirène. Yep.
Thank you.
Yep. This is one of the songs that really, really improved considerably by the, and of course at the beginning of a show they all have their energy. The presentation is marvelous. Everything is wonderful in there. The song explodes in a way, and I understand quite well how this is a starter. Very energetic, very powerful, but it puts in your face immediately. Do you choose life or what? Are you living in a fantasy or do you choose life? And part of life is music for them, I think. And sometimes some people think music is fantasy. Well, I guess when music keeps you away from doing things you have to do, it's a fantasy. But I'm pretty sure that Nightwish consider themselves as being part of the solution and not part of the problem. I think that it improved quite a lot. I love the siren section. The theme of the siren in Nightwish repertoire. And that kind of melody, we've heard that at least 3 times in their repertoire, and one of them is in the late albums, and another one is much older. So again, this illusion leading you to your own, we could say your own death, because dying love, it doesn't mean physical death, but it means something in you die because of that. Yeah. Yeah, much better, much better. Even if it doesn't improve melody itself, it makes the whole thing more effective. And there is a crescendo in this song that you know, the album is a little bit more, I would say, flat. It doesn't have that excellent crescendo that you hear this. Even if we don't hear much of the, just a few times we hear the orchestral, symphonic orchestra in probably on backup tracks, but yeah, much better. Okay, for now, well, next week, prepare yourself. It will probably be a long video, I imagine. I saw that it was quite a long song, so prepare yourself for next week. Bye-bye.